kind of puzzler is Sombra, and Sombra has been getting slightly more popular recently. I guess every balance patch that comes out, more and more people are like, hey, is Sombra good yet? Is Sombra good yet? And on defense, she has had a few more showings just because people have pretty much figured out how to get EMP maxed out very quickly. And EMP, anytime ults start to come online, can be just incredibly powerful to pull the trigger and win a team fight with. So I still haven't really been convinced on the Sombra defense train. I haven't seen enough good outcomes with it yet. So Milk Dud, good luck, buddy.
Well, I did take a look at their SR. DragonWatch have a little bit of an upper hand. Most of those guys are diamond, a couple plats. On the other side, some guys were unranked still, maybe some alt accounts, but some plats, some diamonds, and some golds as well. So pretty evenly matched, a little bit better than last time. So we'll see if that's going to be the same case. Like you said, we are going to see a Sombra and a Mercy and Zenyatta on the defensive end. A little interesting, but a Junkrat, offensive Junkrat. So the composition thing not really panning out right away.
So they untrapped the rat on the offense of Route 66 of all places, and so far I think they actually, I'm not sure if they got the first kill or not. I think it was actually an attacker that got flattened there, but as they continue on, it's back to 6v6. No one really getting any ground, but the payload itself is moving. Defense is not contesting, and Milk Dud, the Sombra we mentioned earlier, is going to be the first one down here.
Maverick looking for something around the corner. He needs to try to find a pick. There's a charge coming out there from Shitasuki, if I'm not mistaken there. Not able to find the pick, unfortunately, but there are a few ultimates already good to go in just a moment here from DragonWatch. Paradise with the Tac Visor, but he's actually taken down Joshi, and Altaria might have a good opportunity to get this first checkpoint off of this.
Yeah, they're looking solid health-wise. Jungle Fever was getting quite low on the defense and managed to back out of the fight, but Maverick actually going to catch a death there by nano-boosted Reinhardt. Shikatsuki pushing the payload constantly here. Jungle Fever returns, but he is pretty much on his own. There's Earth Shatters available on both sides. Actually, lots of ults now starting to add up. Shikatsuki is off on his own now. The cart is not moving, so at least DragonWatch have a reclaimed control, and the Transcendence will keep them healthy here.
Yeah, the Transcendence was just because they thought that Jungle Fever was going to get, kind of dove upon since he was really low. But the self-destruct comes through there from Atria, finds a pick onto the Zenyatta, and this is the Reinhardt again finding another pick. Big Earthshatter hits 3 of them, Joshi, and he's going to be able to clean this one up for his squad.
Shikatsuki with the Reinhardt plays there at the end, 3 limbs in the last second, but the res comes in and brings everybody right back. There's a whole hog triggered by Maverick right in the face of the attacking soldier foe. Hopefully he does get the kill there. No, soldier comes out on top. There's a tactical visor by him as well. He's already back to full health as well. I don't know how he survived that whole hog, but he flipped it around, and they are getting all the kills they need to secure the checkpoint.
Yeah, they will be able to grab that one, get themselves about 405 to work with for the next phase in the map, and still sticking with the Junkrat. I really don't like this pick at all. It's not... you might see it on like one point in particular on Nepal, but it's not really good sustained damage, and that worries me for the most part here. That foe is going to be the one person on this team that can give good sustained damage if he can land his shots. But, they got the first checkpoint, Joshi. So it seems to be working out, I guess you could say, for the most part, to get things started.
Junkrat, it's just hard to aim up, and so much of this game has to do with high ground and high ground advantage. And as an attacking Junkrat, you're having to use your own mind constantly just to stay above or even with your opponents so that you can aim properly. It's just incredibly challenging for no reason. Foe is actually going to be the first one down, though. Maverick looks like he did get a hook combo or maybe a sweet spot click on him, but as the cart is still under defensive control, offense need to think about what they're going to do now. J-Chan falling really low on the Junkrat as well. Nano Boost comes out onto the attacking D.Va on what I thought was a lost fight, so that's a pretty rough commitment there. Foe does and take out the enemy soldier. We've got a sound barrier now for the attacking team as well. Caught a lot of the teammates, so perhaps they're still in this.
Oh, there's a big shatter coming out there from Shikatsuki. Man, I can't say that one too well. But the Transcendence tries to avoid it. He charges straight into it. Gets pinned into there by Jungle Fever. He turns this one back around, Joshi, and they still hold on to 5 ultimates. They're going to go ahead and drop a couple to try to wipe this one up, bringing out the whole hog and the Earth Shatter, but they're able to hold on to that Resurrect, which is actually pretty big for them moving forward.
That was a really meaty Earth Shatter. The whole hag had already been started, so they were all piled up together, and the Earth Shatter hit like 4 people. Pretty funny cleanup combo you don't see actually too often put together, but we've got the D.Va attacking here already. Orb of Discorded foe is not even on the field, so they need to kind of be patient here and not give up any free kills. D.Va is going to return to his team, but there's a tactical visor and a res on the defense, so they're looking pretty good even for the next fight. Foe is pretty much the only tool available for the attacking team.
Yeah, I was about to say, if they're able to take care of Poe, Maverick has found a few picks onto him. If they can take care of him, there's really no damage at all, sustained damage from Altaria. So it's going to be really rough if Paradise drops the tactical visor and immediately finds Poe before he's able to do his own. We'll have to see if that's going to be the case. Paradise able to find the first pick onto the Reinhardt, though, with the flank, and they should just get pretty aggressive off this and look for more picks.
Yeah, once that ball gets rolling, it's not stopping just yet. Defense is going to keep moving on to Anna. Getting extremely low, but hitting the sleep dart onto Milkdud's Tracer at least before going down for a little bit of a consolation prize. Soldier not going to make it out either, and that's a full regroup situation now for the attackers when they only have minute 10 left. D.Va can't really do anything on her own there, so they're going to wait for that Soldier tactical visor still at the ready, but Paradise has his on the defense too.
Thankfully, again, DragonWatch, like I had mentioned, have the Resurrect, and throughout the last couple of, not really even team fights that we've seen from Altaria, they've allowed the Zenyatta on the side of DragonWatch to actually get his ult back up to about 80% now, so they should have it at least midway through this one. There's the Nano Visor coming out there from Foe. He gets hit by the Earth Shatter, though. He gets charged into as well. Not quite going to take him out, but he's not going to get any damage done whatsoever other than that single kill on the Paradise. Whole Hog as well is out from Maverick. A little bit of that is consumed by the Defense Matrix as we also see Transcendence come through. Nice pick from Maverick. Gets charged into. Pretty back and forth to get things started here.
It's interesting that the only kill from the Nanovisor was the enemy soldier who had Tech Visor in hand, because now Paradise has just returned and used it to help clean up that same fight about 30 seconds later. So the only two attackers left are the supports. D.Va will drop down onto the cart now, but this is not a winning prospect here for Altaria. DragonWatch going to be able to grab the cart back with that kill onto Kratster is how I'm going to say that, the Lucio there. But overtime has triggered. D.Va, Atria getting popped out of the suit does not bode well. Overtime is going to tick down.
They didn't even need the Resurrect. They've had it for, what, 3 fights now? 2 or 3 fights, and they didn't even need to use it. A big ultimate that would have even saved them had, DragonWatch been able to, or excuse me, Altaria be able to push that, but unfortunately not going to find that second checkpoint, which pretty much says, it's not going to be too difficult, I don't think, for DragonWatch to be able to push his payload. I don't think that second phase of the map is the most difficult part by any means. I think that's one of the more easier parts, potentially. So should we see a point A capture from DragonWatch, I think they're going to be in a really, honestly, really solid position to be able to move forward pretty quickly and grab that second checkpoint and move into the round of 8.
Well, the thing that doesn't really need to be said, but I'll just call it out again anyway, the attacking Junkrat was never swapped off of. So JJ was really committed to that, and they just kept butting their heads into the defense 3 times without a swap. The Junkrat tire that was used in the very last fight was actually taken out by Milkdud's Tracer without being triggered at all. So, just a rough, it's a rough, I don't know, attempt to go with the Junkrat on Route 66 attack. So he's not even playing. Oh, he is going to play it on defense. He had a Torbjorn locked in there for a second, but he is back to his faithful Junkrat.
Well, let's see what they're going to do here on the offensive side. I think that's the real question mark for these guys. And if they go with something even remotely standard, I don't think they're going to have too much of a difficulty, especially since they've got a Pharah right now and the Mercy to pocket him. I think dealing with that Junkrat is going to be extremely easy because of that, unless Foe is able to come up big along with the Zenyatta, try to focus him down. But they still have a lot of damage, with Milkdud if he's able to be a nuisance in the back line. So this is looking like DragonWatch have a pretty solid composition to try to deal with some of those threats.
We'll see as the doors open. Pharah Mercy has been getting much more popular lately. Anna got a little bit of a damage nerf that allows Pharah a little bit more survivability too. She actually was the #1 threat for Pharah's for a long time. Soldier has the ability to just wipe her out with tactical visor, but Anna can just scope, put a couple of darts in you, and there's no contest. And Winston is going to leap onto the high ground here. Maverick going to try to push someone off, but actually doesn't manage to do so. Might lose his suit as a result. Jungle Fever still at high enough health to actually stay in here is interesting, but Eric's gets a little bit too close to the sun as Mercy and is the first one down.
Paradise not really doing what I think he should have been doing, just looking for a concussive blast onto the group and knock him off of the high ground. He was actually trying to just shoot at the Soldier 76 and tries to knock him away from, I don't know what he's actually going for there. But nonetheless, they dive back into it here. They are going to be able to knock him down for a bit. Still no one dealing with this Pharah. Maverick picks up that first kill on the foe, which deals with the biggest threat for Paradise right here. So this should be easy pickings for the rest of the squad.
I can't believe that Junkrat didn't deal with the attacking Pharah. It's totally... You know, it's his job as the DPS to shut down the other DPS. No, the cart is going to continue moving now, and Junkrat is still being selected here by J-Chan. Foe, as you mentioned, the only real threat out there is Ana's not even being used in this defensive composition by Altaria. So DragonWatch cruise straight to that first checkpoint. They've got 5 minutes to try and beat that mark halfway through this stretch.
Who needs the meta supports anyways, Joshy? That's the real question here. It seems like maybe Altaria should try him out. We'll see. No changes, of course. They are getting pretty close to some ultimates. Most notably, both sides have the Resurrect, so we should see that come into use unless they're taken out pretty early on. But I'm looking for Milk Dud to try to get into that back line, drop a pulse bomb, and get things started here for DragonWatch.
It's going to be Whole Hog committed against the Primal Rage. Interesting that Winston's not going to be able to hit anybody. That's nice, certainly. And J-Chan is lobbing tons of Junkrat ammo into him, but the cart itself is one team fight away from winning the game now. And as the Diva Suit gets lobbed out, will it find anything? Reinhardt not in a position to help his teammate at all. 3 kills right off the bat. Barrage also going to be used. He does die to the TAC Visor, but without half your team there, I can't see this turning around. Shinkatsuki does hit Ana with the Earth Shatter, but that's about it. He's going to get surrounded now, and suddenly Kratster is the last one standing on defense as Zenyatta. Diva's chasing him down. He actually barely survives there. Might be able to touch again and give his teammates a chance.
I'm not really sure why the Mercy just didn't go in for the res at that point, given it was just a couple of them. But nonetheless, didn't really matter, Joshy, as they weren't even able to make it back. And DragonWatch able to take a pretty quick 2-1 victory on Route 66 and guarantee themselves at least one best of 3 in the next round here.
It is Dunzo. Unfortunately for Altaria, they are going to be 1 and out in the round of 16 here on Route 66. Good job to DragonWatch to move on, and I'm just going to refresh my bracket and get a look at what's ahead, but Maverick will take your play of the match honors. That triple Diva explosion, Reinhardt was staring at it like, welp, bye team.
Oh yeah, it was. That's unfortunate. So they're going to actually move into the round of 8, like I mentioned, to probably take on East Wind.